It was a dark and clouded night, with the wind battering the trees' branches against the windows of one mischievous college student's dorm room. This student, whose name was definitely not Laurel, was still up, pacing the length of her room long after the rest of her hall had gone to sleep. Mad thoughts flitted through her mind. She thought of dark things, things that would send chills dancing down her professor's spines. She only stopped her ceaseless pacing and scheming to take a sip of her favorite energy drink, the fourth she had consumed that night. Hear her now, rambling to herself in her distracted state.
I must find a way to overthrow Dr. Riggs. I must find a way to take his throne and to rid Goodman of his strange ideas. I will write my own narration of reality and bring all of the Honors College into this higher truth. What? What is that sound? That noise? Could it be the coming of an angel, here to tell me that my understanding of the world is the only correct one? That after all of these centuries, I have at last stumbled upon the truth.
What are you raving about? And is that a candle burning? Don't you know those are illegal inside the dorms?
Never mind the candle. Have you come to tell me that my new narration of reality is correct? Tell me, O great divine messenger, what news do you bring from on high?
Divine messenger. My dear young person, you must be mistaken. I am Ovid, writer of myths, and while my work has reached audiences far and wide, I would not be so proud as to say I have brought any divine messages.
Then why are you here? Can't you see I'm busy scheming?
Yes, you are planning your glorious overthrow of the John Wesley Honors College. I know all about it already, and I am here to tell you that these schemes of yours will not lead to your flourishing.
You mean you're here to stop me?
I am simply here to attempt to change your mind. Come, my young new friend, and we will journey together through the plights of those noble figures who have come before you. Tell me, have you heard of a fellow named Narcissus?
Narcissus? Doesn't ring a bell, but I'm sure he can't be important, or I would have heard of him already.
Come then, and we will journey together into this age-old story. Are the woods where the nymph Echo plays, and where our fellow Narcissus now walks. Look there. See how she follows him through the trees?
Stop following me.
Following me.
How will I get rid of this nuisance? I know. I will recite the Apostles' Creed to send her running away in boredom. I believe in God, the Father Almighty,
God, the Father Almighty,
creator of heaven and earth.
heaven and earth.
This sounds just like my What is Truth class. Why did you bring me here, Ovid, if I already experience this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday?
Continue to watch and listen, and pay heed to young Narcissus' words.
Oh, this isn't working. What else will drive her off? I know, the Nicene Creed.
Nicene Creed.
Perhaps we should fast forward a bit.
Wait, Ovid, where are we now?
Are we now?
Hello? Echo? Why can't I see you?
I see you.
Well, you don't seem like much of one for conversation, but at least you'll listen to all of my profound ideas. You know, I think I've discovered what our real telos is.
Telos is?
Oh, Laurel, my friend, there you are. Come quickly, and see how poor Narcissus fares as he gazes deep into yonder pool.
Oh, okay, goodbye, Echo. I'll tell you more of my ideas later?
Ideas later.
Friend, what use is there having your own words thrown back at you? Now see Narcissus, staring at his own reflection.
Oh, my darling, the love of my life. Why can I not reach you to caress your beautiful face? Oh, are those tears that I feel running down your face? My hand comes away wet, and I am crying too. How can we live separated like this, my love?
Has this guy ever seen a body of water before?
Forever apart. Oh, my very heart.
Like a puddle even. He must have seen his reflection in a puddle at some point.
Ah, but this is a myth. The logical inconsistencies do not matter. Focus on the symbolism.
He is lovelier than a rose. Lovelier even than Dr. Gatero's dog.
Am I hallucinating?
See there, how he reaches into the pool, grasping at an image of himself, so infatuated with his reflection, what he perceives to be true, but which really is only an illusion. Do you not see something of yourself in this ill-fated man?
I know I wouldn't compare myself to a dog anyways.
How can you disparage Lucy, best and most beautiful of canine companions? But come, you distract me from my point. Look upon Narcissus, and see how he wastes away to nothing in his obsession. If you keep dwelling on your own ideas like this, never considering the views of others, you too may come to a similar fate.
At least my mind won't be polluted with other people's wrong ideas.
My love, how my heart aches and pines for you.
Perhaps we should move on to another myth. Come, my friend, and we will journey on to hear another soul's sad tale.
This is starting to remind me of Dante's Inferno. You said your name is Ovid, right?
Yes, and while I do not understand your reference, worry not, you will learn of me next year in great texts.
Next year? I'll have taken over the entire Honors College by next year.
And you're sure that's what you really want?
Well, yeah. Then instead of listening to Dr. Riggs push his weird ideas on us, the honor students will be learning the truth.
But truth comes in many forms, my friend. Do you not think there could be truth in ideas foreign to your own?
Maybe, but I doubt it.
How to convince you? Tell me, Laurel, what do you remember of the allegory of the cave?
Ugh, not the allegory of the cave again.
I know, but try to remember.
Well, these guys are chained up in this cave, and they can only see these shadows on the cave wall, and they think the shadows are reality. These guys aren't the brightest, I guess. And one of them goes up into the real world, and his eyes have to adjust to the bright light up there. What is the point of me explaining this?
Think back to the moral of Plato's story. Would it have been helpful if this fellow you've mentioned, having come up from the cave into the light of day, had looked around him once, noted how badly his eyes burned, and then ran back down into the cave in captivity without a second thought?
I guess not. Why would you want to go back into captivity?
Precisely. An excellent answer. Now consider that you might be this fellow stumbling out of the cave and encountering the newness of the sunlit world. You continue on your present course. Will you not be like this fellow who runs back into the darkness? At least consider that this might be the case, that you might be running from new and more beautiful ideas.
What? Dr. Riggs's ideas are not beautiful. Mine are. It's Dr. Riggs who's stuck in the darkness.
Perhaps another myth from my collection will help to illustrate our point. We enter now the story of Orpheus and Euridice. Orpheus was an excellent musician who lost his wife to Hades and became fixated on returning her to the upper world, but he could not do it.
Come on, my love, just a little farther, and we'll be out of Hades.
Hold on, Orpheus. My shoe is slipping off.
Just keep climbing, just keep climbing.
Slow down. You're going too quickly.
What do? We just keep climbing.
Wait! Orpheus!
Eurydice? Are you still there? My love, I can't lose you again.
I'm stuck. But don't turn around, Orpheus.
What? I can barely hear you. Is that you, Eurydice?
Orpheus, don't turn around.
Just keep climbing. No, I can't just keep climbing if you're not behind me. I can't lose you again. I won't.
He turned around, didn't he?
I am afraid so.
Well, that was thrilling. Can we go home now?
Let's skip ahead a bit and hear what Orpheus has to say about this journey. Here he is in the forest, mourning the loss of his love, Listen to his song, dear Laurel, and try to understand.
I lost my wife to a snake's attack, and tried but failed to get her back. I came so close with the help of my art to try and mend my broken heart. I caused feelings of pity to bloom in those hearts so hardened by Hades' gloom. But fate kept her away from me. This love was never meant to be. Why did my wife die so fast? Why am I fixed on the past? I must move on, but I do not know how. She cannot be mine. No, not now.
It's difficult to move on from someone you love, and from ideas you love. But now that Orpheus is back in the sunlit world, he cannot continue to fixate on the past. If he does, it will only cause him to sink into the pit of sorrow, and it is incredibly hard to leave this pit behind.
Are you saying that I shouldn't fixate on the past either?
Exactly, my friend. You are keeping up nicely.
But if I leave the past, the reality of the present will certainly blind me. That doesn't sound like a fun time.
You are right. But that pain is only temporary. Many who make that change soon find they can see more clearly than they could before.
This still isn't convincing. Dr. Riggs is a hot mess. I want to kick him and all of his ideas out of the Honors College once and for all.
You are so stubborn. I have already given you 2 warnings, and you still have not listened. Well, all is not lost. I can show you another story. Here is another myth about Icarus and Daedalus. They were a father and son who escaped out of the towers of Minos by wings made from feathers and wax. Icarus flew too close to the sun, and the wax in his wings melted, causing him to drown. By failing to obey a warning from his father, he lost his life. If you fail to heed my warning and put the past behind you, severe consequences will follow.
But you're not my father.
Right. But I am much wiser than you, and I have heard way too many stories of people who suffered miserably and died because they did not listen to the warnings of wiser people.
Uh-huh. Wait, do you think Icarus called Daedalus DADalus?
Please, my friend, try to retain your focus.
Now, Icarus, remember my warnings. If you fly too close to the sun, you will burn up. If you fly too low, your wings will become wet and heavy, and you will sink into the sea and drown.
All right, Daedalus. I understand, but enough instructions. Let's take to the sky.
See? I knew it!
Yes, you foresaw it.
Now, be ready to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off.
Wow, I can't believe this. I'm flying. Woohoo!
Oh no, he's flying too high. Icarus, can you hear me?
I love the view of the world from up here. Oh, I wonder, what is up there?
Oh no, he is flying too close to the sun and I can't do a thing.
Oh no, I'm falling. Daedalus, help me! Daedalus!
My son!
Look, Laurel, and see young Icarus lost in the sea's cold embrace. Is what comes of such great folly.
What have I done? I will never do this again. I will never invent again. Never let my creations bring someone so dear, so low.
What does all of this mean?
Don't you understand? If you fly too high, you will end up drowning. If you let your pride take you to unsafe heights, the proverbial fall will come for you.
But I can swim. I don't need to worry about drowning.
You have never swum in waters rough as these.
Whatever. I'm a great swimmer. I can swim through any waters. Whitewater Rapids? No problem. Marianas Trench? Bring it on.
Perhaps you are missing the point of this story.
Anyways, my plan is foolproof. I don't need to listen to you or anyone else.
Not even if your plan will lead to your own demise?
My plan isn't gonna lead to my demise. And even if it does blow up in my face, what do you care? It's only gonna affect me, right?
I would not be so sure of that, my friend.
Come on. What's the worst that could happen? It's not like I'm gonna burn down Goodman.
Speaking of fire, perhaps if you will not listen to a tale which ends with the downfall of one, you will heed the warning of a tale which ends with the downfall of many. Let us journey on and visit one more myth, the story of Phaethon and Phoebus.
Thank goodness it's the last one.
Look around and see the fiery bronze, the gleaming ivory, the radiant silver. We are in the realm of the gods, and there's the sun god.
Phaethon, my son, what is this? Why do you insist on wearing such a horrid black toga, and with your hair all spiked up like that? And is that a nose ring? And eyeliner? You look more like a demon than the son of a god.
I feel more like a demon than your son.
What? Phaethon, my boy, what does this mean?
Am I really your son?
Of course you are.
But how do I know you're telling the truth? I just feel so much angst burning inside me, Dad. It's killing me.
Phaethon, how can I convince you that I speak the truth?
Well...
I know. To prove to you that I'm really your father, I will offer you anything that you wish for. Consider me your genie for the day.
Well, in that case... Can I drive your sun chariot?
What have I done?
Please, 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 Dad.
If I say yes, will you at least stop spiking your hair like that?
Really, Dad?
It looks bad, son.
Okay, fine. Just let me drive the sun chariot.
What exactly am I supposed to be learning from this?
Just wait for it.
Be careful, my boy. Those horses are out of control, and the dangers are many. Stay away from anything that looks like it could kill you. And whatever you do, don't set the earth on fire.
Come on, Dad. I'm not going to set the earth on fire. Help! Help! Dad, I haven't been killed yet, but I'm definitely setting the earth on fire.
I told you not to do that.
I know, but now everything is burning. Oh my goodness. Oh no, is that the North Pole on fire? The polar bears, not the polar bears. I never should have asked to drive the sun chariot.
I told you that too.
Are we done here yet? I have more scheming to do.
My young friend, try to understand. Phaethon thought too much of himself and his own abilities, and he did not heed his father's warning to leave the sun chariot alone. And look at the consequences of that foolish decision.
And you're comparing me to Phaethon. Yeah, I get it.
Precisely.
But I'm not gonna burn down the Earth, and I'm not killing any polar bears.
Your carbon footprint makes that point debatable. But that's not what is important right now. What is important is that your attempt to overthrow Dr. Riggs and remake the Honors College according to your own view of the world is a rash idea, just like Phaethon's idea to drive the sun chariot.
But do you really think my idea is gonna hurt people?
Perhaps not physically, but it may very well hinder the mental and spiritual development of your peers.
What are you trying to say?
Be blunt, my friend. I'm saying your ideas are all wrong, and you're going to lead your friends down the wrong path. Plus, you'll insult the honors faculty and put your own academic career in danger.
Well, when you put it like that...
I'm asking you to be careful and to keep your pride from ballooning out of proportion.
Okay, fine. I get it. I shouldn't try to take over the Honors College.
Good. I'm so happy you've come to this conclusion.
Yeah.
And blow out that candle. Don't you know those are illegal in the dorms?
What do you think is gonna happen? It's not like this one candle is gonna burn down the Earth.
Maybe one last myth will help you see the importance of...
Okay, I'm blowing it out. I've learned my lesson, but enough myths. I'm good. Good night, Ovid. It's been fun.
All right, I understand you. The hour is late and your body needs rest. Though After all the energy drinks you've consumed just before our visit, I'm not sure how that will go for you.
See you later, Ovid.
Goodbye, my young friend. It has been a pleasure.
And so our tale concludes, and we leave our young student to sleep off the effects of consuming 4 energy drinks in quick succession. The night air stirs outside her window, and an owl cries from somewhere far off. And our faithful student snuggles into bed, pulling her teddy bears close. Her mind is at rest for now, though by morning she may well hatch another twisted scheme.